I don't really know how to how to start this realistically. Hello all. I apologize. I wasn't able to film with Jem and Trip this week, but I still obviously wanted to contribute and talk about the life of someone that this isn't really the usual kind of vibe obviously of a Wafflenomics episode, but to talk about obviously Diogo Jota, someone that I have close to my heart and a lot of memories that I have attached to as a Liverpool fan. It's been like a day. I'm filming this like the day after, and it doesn't really feel like it's real. Like I see the news, and like I'll go on Twitter and it's someone doing like a talking about what's next, what's the next step, or talking about the loss, and it feels real. But then I see like his face, and it kind of doesn't. I'm just like, oh well, that's Diogo Jota. I'm gonna see him start a game next week. I'm gonna see him score an important goal again. So it's a really really weird feeling. But first of all, obviously, what a man seemingly as well. I think I really first of all just want to take the time to send prayers and strength to anyone that's around him, family and friends of his, because I can't even begin to really imagine the feeling of just immeasurable loss if you're like, a wife, a mother, a child in this situation. It's not just him, it's also his brother André Silva as well. So that's the first thing, first things first. But I think it's because it reflects, it's not just that you lose someone that you look up to or that you have, memories with. The most recent game that I went to as a Liverpool fan was when we played Fulham and we were down to 10 men because Andrew Robertson got sent off really early. And I was like, why have I done this? Why have I come here? I'm a bad omen. And the game went on and went on. And I'm pretty sure it was Diogo Jota who scored the equaliser. Honestly, maybe I wouldn't even know because the limbs were, crazy. I looked to my right and there was this elderly guy who I'd spoken to during the match, but obviously had never met before. And I embraced that man like he was my grandfather. And we celebrated the goal, was limbs going everywhere. And these are the sorts of memories that you attribute to footballers. And it's hard to explain when something like this happens because that's what you lose. You feel like it's a family member because Diogo Jota, as seen by the Liverpool community, is a family member. He's part of the Liverpool family and he will be now forever. I'm so glad they're retiring the number 20 shirt. He joined in 2020. He wore number 20, and he won us number 20 as well. But I honestly, above even how good he was as a footballer, how much he contributed to us as a footballer, that's like so one-dimensional. From the stories that I've seen and from the things that people have said, he just seems like such an incredible person. And I say he seems, not past tense, because the legacy lives forever, and I hope that his kids grow up and grow old and know how much Liverpool fans cherished Diogo Jota throughout the entire time that he played for us. He might have been, unlucky with injuries at times, or, but he always played with intensity and played with heart and desire. And I think that's how he lived his life as well. As I said, there's been so many stories of him doing nice little video messages for kids in need or for a parent who's struggling, going through something, like how he was always very open, accepting and very supportive of women's football as well. I've seen so many kind of pages come out and talk about how they've done, events for women's football, and he's always been there representing. And he just seemed like a guy who had a lot of love in his heart as well, which is why it's even more tragic because what the hell, man? He's 28. It's always the good ones, So yeah, it's difficult for the entire footballing community. He's not just played for Liverpool. He's, played for Wolves and for Porto and for Atletico Madrid. And so, my thoughts are with supporters of those teams as well. It's the entire footballing community comes together. But I think, when it is one of your own, it is like, oh man, I can't. Yeah, it's hard to explain. It's really hard to explain. But once the initial kind of, sadness can be replaced, hopefully, by the desire to like really celebrate his life, that would be hopefully, the feeling of sadness that there is at the moment, with time will be replaced with the desire to truly celebrate his life, truly celebrate who he is. I'm gonna say this in my own video as well, but use the comment section on something like this to be like a storyboard, to be like a poster of what memory you have of Diogo Jota. If you're a Liverpool fan, you can say like what your favorite goal was, or your favorite interview, or your favorite moment of him just being him on like, online or something. Even if it was, against your club or whatever, I think that would just be really sweet to utilize that to some degree, so we can all come together and really remember someone who deserves to be remembered for a long time. So yeah, it's really weird, and really like there's not really much more that can be said, except for rest in peace Diogo Jota and Andre Silva. My thoughts again with his family and friends, and yeah, man, tell the people around you that you love them, because you never really promise tomorrow. Life is very precious. Not to send anyone into an existential crisis, but it's just important to live your life knowing that you are living your life in the way that you want to, and knowing that the people around you know how much you love and respect and care about them. So I think it just puts things into perspective like that. But I'll hand back over to the others, and much love to all of you guys as well. Stay safe, and I'll catch you soon.
Yo, people, welcome back to Wafflenomics. Still don't know what episode number we're on.
Somewhere out there.
It's out there. It's in the title, so you lot are gonna see it anyway. I am joined by the infamous, still on holiday, FullTimeTripp.
Yeah.
How you doing, my boy?
It's a colder holiday and stuff. I got the hoodie on and everything. You know what I'm saying? The headphones a little bit too big for it, but still, I'm just like, it's windy and everything. I just want to make sure I'm bundled up. It's a cold summer, but it's a hot summer depending on where you at. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the London folks getting y'all ass whooped by the heat waves and everything. But we still waiting for the summer to get real proper. You know what I'm saying? I'm waiting for it to properly heat up, and we'll see what happens in the coming weeks with all the transfer nonsense. But outside of that, we can't complain.
That's good, bro. It's good, bro. Yeah, we struggling out here. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. The heat. Listen, the heat had me ready to move to where I don't even know what country's just always cold, but Canada. Is Canada cold right now?
Oh yeah, no, Canada might be hot actually. Canada might be hot too. Global warming has screwed us, by the way. There is no escapes. There is actually no escapes. There might be like some people over in Russia and stuff like that right now, almost buck naked on some horses in the Mongolian regions, just doing what they do. We might just be screwed.
We're finished.
Honestly,
it's done. It's done. It's done. F&G is enjoying life with McLaren. Shout out to McLaren. You know what I'm saying? Lando and Piastri and them and there. Shout out to you lot taking care of my boy. Yeah, so he will not be on the episode today, but we are just gonna do it as a duo, and hopefully just give you an insight into what's been a very sad day today, man. As of this recording, we have lost Diogo Jota and his brother in a car incident, and I really feel like it's taken a lot of people back, and it's made us put a lot into perspective. I've seen some really amazing tweets today, and I've seen some really amazing messages popping up on Instagram and things like that, and it's just nice to see the football community actually come together and just celebrate the life of a really talented footballer, and also celebrating the life of Andre Silva, and some of us going back and actually looking at like where he's been, what he was doing. Because until today, I personally didn't even know Diogo Jota had a little brother. And it's just sad that they're both gone at such a young age. And my heart and my prayers go out to Diogo Jota's wife and the family. Both of their families, like, just, you know what I mean? Like, parents and stuff shouldn't be burying their children. Like, it just shouldn't be a thing. Like, that's not how, it's not how life's supposed to be, man. Like, that's not, death is like, death is a thing, right? It's part of life, but the cycle of it is not meant to be parents burying their children. You know, that's not the cycle, and it's just sad, man. That really chalks my day. But yeah, Trip, you can give some insight on that as well.
Yeah, man. I it's hard to put into words, like, just with everything that's been happening over the past, several years and everything, just with, like, I guess for me personally, it's like looking at how precious human life is and how, like, we get lost in things, and I think that's good because there's a lot of BS and other crap and things that shouldn't be happening in the world is happening in the world and all stuff like that. We find our things to get lost in, and football has been one of those things for me. And it's devastating when you see somebody who helps contribute to the entertainment of the game, to the love of the game, and puts their heart and soul into it. They're just not with us. It's difficult, man. It's really, 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 really difficult. Uh again, this is, I guess, on a personal tip or whatever, but I don't know. I have a hard time always grasping the concept of, like, somebody's just not here no more.
Facts, yeah, same.
It's
Yeah.
always weird to tackle and grapple with. Like, you know, uh, uh, I think in a way, like, it wasn't as immediate because the player wasn't playing, in my era that I was watching all the time. But Kevin Campbell, saying in the last year was something I was like, damn, I see everybody, like, really, really, like, getting rocked by it. And again, it's before my time, but I could still see it. Like, damn, like, they're like, like, it's tangible. You feel like that weight just on you of, like, damn,
Yeah.
the person that was in that space is not in that space anymore. It's just hard to contend with. But yeah, just back on just this stuff. Just super, super talented footballer. And beyond that, he seemed like a really, like, Diogo Jota seemed like a really, really cool person, like a really, really lighthearted person, full of love, always, uh giving and doing things that may seem small, but they meant the world to a lot of people. I one of the things I always point to is his celebrations would always be different. And then some of them would kind of be like, the FIFA related ones. He kind of do a little joint because he be on FIFA all the time. And we can show respects to that because, what I'm saying, a real foot champion was really like, again, giving the Premier League the business. And I can respect that. I can respect that as a gamer myself. I got love for that. So that's something I always, rep and respect him for. But even the little things were like he's doing things to his kids and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure he's done celebration before for like in Liverpool supporters and stuff of that nature. So again, in these little things, you can kind of see we get a glimpse as outsiders of his heart, how he was, how he interacted, and how he made people feel. And again, it's kind of doubled down by how people are responding to him in all the messages today that we've seen, just from teammates, former teammates, coaches, from all over the place, people from outside organization, just that met him in passing or something like that, or played against him. You could see that outpouring of love and just reaffirmation of that was a real dope human being. And it was a pleasure to see him spread love and positivity in ways that he could, not only for his club, not only for his community, but for, football people at large in the ways that he can. It's tough. It's tough. You know what I'm saying? Rip to him, rip to his brother André Silva, rip to Muhammad Ali as well. I know there was reports about that stuff as well. So rip to him as well. It's just, you know, football, it's easy to get lost in the minutia of, like, oh, the transfer season and this
Yeah, for
player,
sure.
that player, this argument, that argument, who's, all time in this 11 during the summer while there's no football and stuff. And it's very sobering when stuff like this happens, as rare as it is, but it's one of those things of, like, it's an unfortunate reminder that life is so short. And so while we are all here, um I think it's probably the best thing possible to follow Jota's lead in this sense and like spread love when you can, spread that positivity where you can, give love to the people
Just
that
be a good
are
human
around you.
being. You know what I
Just
mean?
be a good human, you
Yeah.
know? And it's not, some days it might not be easy for some people. I can understand that, but it is simple. And I think that's the challenge for all of us, you know, whether it be, you know, looking in the face of this tragedy, or even just through everyday life when nothing's happening. How can we be better human beings to each other and just, you know, just spread love, man? And yeah, it was just tough to see
Mm.
that whole situation transpire. But um I'm I'm blessed to have said I've watched this guy play. You know, I was alive to see him play and create some beautiful magic moments. This guy is a hell of a footballer. We can get into it later about how many times he's absolutely terrified Arsenal time and time again. We can get into that in a little bit. But yeah, man, it's just a moment to say, you know, I'm so glad that he, you know what I'm saying, he's getting all this outpouring of love and support, and it's a moment for the community. Everybody just came together to say, yo, like, you know, let's show love for him.
Yeah, for sure. And I think, like, as you said, like, about, like, you know, summers, transfers, I think, you know, even then, like, speaking on the transfers and stuff, like, it's still a player's life, like, it's still a footballer's life, but it gets so glossed over with the numbers and the fee and the drama and the
Mm-hmm.
player going to this team and he's going to a rival team or whatever. But that player might not even be happy. You know, we see so many stories coming out about, oh, like, I moved to this team and I was depressed, but it's glossed over because of the numbers and the big fees. But death is just 4K, like, it's just there. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's so
Mm-hmm.
strong, and it's hit all of us. It's just hit. And, like, to me, to be honest, I didn't look or read any transfer news today. Like, it was not. That's not something I care about today. It's not. It probably won't care about it tomorrow. Probably won't care about it for a few days. Like, this has hit me, and I'm not even a Liverpool fan, but this has really, really hit me, and it's because I also enjoyed Jota so much as a footballer, and I saw I don't want to feed into negativity, but I saw one tweet, and it was about, like, oh, how come so many people are affected by the passing, and it's like, it's a human being, you know, and it's a human being that we all watch every single week. So whether we're a fan of Liverpool or not, we're still, if Liverpool's playing a game and, you know, we're watching that game, we're still part of this person's journey every single week. This guy's been in the Premier League since, I don't even know, 2018, 2019 or something like that. And it's 2025, you know, and we watch, and especially Liverpool fans will watch him every single week. Doesn't matter if you know them or not. That person's a part of your life. That person is somewhat part of your life. You watch them every single week. Some people's lives is football. They live and breathe football every single day. They wake up. Some people watch the club's actual TV station on a daily basis. Like, this is their life. So when they're connected to a player like Jota, who's an incredible human being, it's gonna hit hard, man. And for us, it's gonna hit hard because he was such a loved player and he was fantastic. He was great. You know, especially as you said, like, him just terrorizing Arsenal. That was my favorite part. That as a CEO Arsenal hater, that was my favorite part. Jota just always turning up against Arsenal every single time. I had a great time. I had a fantastic time.
I had an absolutely awful time seeing all of those, bro. Like, listen, again, the most like, I can't tell you which one hurt worse. Nah, definitely I'll say one. The Nuno Tavares goal when we played him at Anfield, where he was like, oh, he got the ball, he dribbled out, then he passed directly back to Jota, and as soon as the pass went out of his feet, I just looked up and saw where Jota was. I you know the dog meme? He just has his eyes closed and he's like just staring out. It was that. It was immediate, like, resignation. I knew what was gonna happen. As soon as Jota gets anywhere in a dangerous position against us, it was wraps. It was done. And again, it just spoke to his ability. Again, at times, that was the person I feared most. I'll be real. That was the person I feared most on the pitch. Salah could have been there. Mane could have been there. I'm like, yeah, cool. They'll do their numbers. But if you're doing jinky-majinkies on the sides, there's one person that we're going to lose. And he's going to be somewhere hidden in the box and just pops up out of nowhere, Jota. Literally. So again, that just spoke to his devastating quality against us, man.
Bro, what you just said, in recent years, there's a bunch of players that do this, right? There's a bunch of players, but there's two players specifically that, like, when they were either starting or subbed on, I had no doubt in my mind that they were going to cook, especially if they were subbed on. If they were subbed on, it's like when you're playing your friend on FIFA and you're like, oh, he's brought this player on. This player actually might do a madness, you know? Like, I need to actually... Jota was one of them players. Every time he came on, even if Jota didn't score, I still had in the back of my mind, I feel like he's going to do a madness. Like, he's going to pull something out somewhere. And the other player was Julian Alvarez that plays at Atletico Madrid. When he was at City. When he was at City and he come on for Haaland, oh my gosh, bro, he was scary. But Jota was one of them players as well. I think, like, one of my favorite moments from Jota was when he scored that hat trick in like 11 or 10 minutes or something like that. He was playing for Wolves. I can't remember.
Oh, word, yeah. Oh my gosh, who was it against?
I can't remember who they were facing.
I don't want to say Norwich. It might be somebody else, but
that was like, I feel like that was like he was. I feel like that was like the moment. Do you know what I mean? Like where it was like, oh my gosh, like Jota's actually moving mad, like.
And like on the radar type.
On the radar, bro.
100. What's it called? The one of, I won't say it's my all-time favorite moment of Jota's, but I would say one of mine where I was like, oh snap, like he's really like that. It was, I think it was the quarterfinals against United in the FA Cup. I think it was that where like he had the ball and he was dribbling. I don't know who, it might have been Lindelof or somebody that was against him. He dribbled like through, like he kind of like chopped it, came back in, muscled somebody off, ran past, and just slotted it past Sergio Romero. And I was like, yo, this dude's disgusting. Nah, he's different. He's different. Like it was just a level of assurance about him. You was like, don't let him get on his bike. Don't let him get in his rhythm.
Say that again.
Run it back. A level of assurance.
That's the tagline for Jota right there.
Like he is 100% like assurance, aka an insurance policy. Like you come in, he's gonna kick in. He's gonna make sure he does his business and does his work. Like, and it was that. Like if he gets in rhythm, he gets in stride, he gets again a little bit into gear outside the box. You give him a little bit too much room, you're not gonna catch him. You're like, and it's not even because of a pure pace thing, because he wasn't like the paciest person. Nah, it was just the level of stride and confidence in his dribble and just the devastating quality to finish. Like how many goals have you seen that he'll just dribble, he'll wait, dribble some more, and then just slide it in? Like everybody just fall into the wayside, like it's the Matrix and shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he just had that level of just, I want to say inevitability when he got in that mode. When he got that level of space, like you just knew something was going to happen. Like he's going to find himself in the right position, or he's going to carry this himself and make something happen from the edge of the box, just outside the 18-yard box, and find a way in.
For real. No, you're right. Like I saw, I tweeted a clip today. I can't remember who they were facing. It just popped up on my timeline, and I just wanted to reshare it because the goal was so nice. I'm gonna actually look for it now. But it was such a nice goal, and it was literally everything you were talking about, like him just being. I think it was against Everton.
Which one? There was a couple. There are a couple that might have been like that, but there was one where like he chopped it behind him and then went near post with his left and roofed it. I was like, that's nuts.
I'm gonna show you. We ain't getting copyrighted though, but I'm gonna show you.
Yeah.
Can you see it?
Oh, okay. This is different. Yeah. This might be a different one though. Oh yes, no, literally, it's that. Yeah. It's that not. That's not the goal I'm talking about. But it also, that's the same motion I'm talking about though. Like he'll just
bro. He's just so calm, Like it's like there's a force field around him. Oh, is Tripp's internet gone?
Like, yo,
you're back.
Yeah. No, literally. Like it's dead ass a force field. And again, this man will score some crazy ass goals, and then whole time he'll just be like, run off, just hold off, hand down. I'm like, yo, what do you mean? You scored a banger, bro. What you calling people down for, bro? Like he had such a level of poise. It's actually insane. It literally makes no sense. I will say my favorite goal from him, though, since we're probably on the topic still. The Everton one, where like he kind of chopped it behind him and went near post, might be one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Absolutely zero goals against Arsenal are my favorites. Obviously,
one of them's my favorite goal. I think was it was it the FA? Sick. I think it was the FA Cup, and you lost 2-0.
Oh my gosh!
And he got the last goal. He got the ball, and it was just him and two of your players. I don't even know who they were, but were basically next to him or whatever. Keeper's coming out, stretches his right foot, dinks it over the keeper, Ramsdale.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
And that's when Liverpool had the yellow kit. Yeah. Hate watch. Me and Jota were like this with the hate watch.
just disgusting. I think that's where the first I don't know if you remember the meme of the GTA pic of somebody holding the dog on the chain. I think Jota is how that first spawned. I'm pretty sure that meme is how that first spawned. It was Jota and whatever Arsenal players in in the defense thing. I think that was the first instance of it ever, and I was like, hate my life. But it is. I understand the comedy behind it, but this is bullshit. It's come on, guys. Come on. But I will say for me, my favorite goal that Jota scored, it was either last season or the season before that, the thriller versus Spurs at Anfield, when Richarlison came and equalized at the last second, took off his shirt, did all that stuff, got a yellow, and then immediately after kickoff, Alisson sent the long ball. Alisson sent the long ball off the channel. I think somebody might have missed it, but it went right into Jota's feet.
What was the score
on the left-hand side? It might have been 5-4, 5-4 or 4-3. I can't remember exactly
in my head. Let me check.
Yeah. It's either 5-4 or 4-3. But Liverpool won that game, and literally off a long ball from Alisson, it fell right down to Jota, left-hand side.
The mad one.
Yeah.
Wait, no, this is a different game.
They had a couple man ones. They had a couple crazy ones. I'll be honest. They had a couple of them joints. Hey, Liverpool Spurs games are usually anarchy. It's usually anarchy. No rules FC. It's one of those. But it was either a 5-4 or 4-3. I can't. If I can remember. But it was dead ass. It was seconds after Spurs equalized. Everybody was like, no, we got it. Richarlison scored his first goal in you know what I'm saying, in orange, blood orange moon and shit like that. Everybody was incensed for Spurs. And then literally 30 seconds later, Jota was on the counter, on an attack, just slotted it. He went right down to the pole. Gone. I was immense hate watch. It was exquisite. Michelin stars.
Because it wasn't against you. I know you and Jota was like this on that day.
Absolutely. Every other time, you know what I'm saying? We right here with it. Oh, how many times he was cooked? Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. No question. When he played us, I'm like, bro, come on, please have mercy. You know what I'm saying? Dude, that one meme of the dude in front of Neymar in the Brazilian league, just come on, son, please help me, for real. But that's probably my favorite goal of his, just because of the circumstances. And again, how cool he was in the moment of just oh, you gave me the space, easy, it's done. Slide it far corner, damn near a sure shot, and just calm celebration.
That's what he does.
I think that just. That just epitomized who he was, so calm under pressure in so many moments, and just a devastating player in the box. I think over the past probably, again, 5 to 7 years in the Premier League, he epitomized what a fox in the box is. He when I think of fox in the box, I think of him, over the past few years. Definitely. That's one of the first names that comes to my mind, honestly. When I'm thinking about players that I want to still stay in, Arsenal's team. I look to Martinelli and stuff like that. I'm like, bro, I want him to mold his game to be a more, I guess, athletic version of Diogo Jota, in my opinion, where it's yo, you see how he finds himself in so many great positions, how smart he is to position himself, find these little gaps and spaces in defenses and stuff in the box. For 5'7", you know what I'm saying? For a dude that was 5'7", he's one of the most clinical headers of the ball I've seen in a long time. Bro, I don't understand how are you that on point, gang? How? You are a munchkin, and you doing this without no problems at all. Powerful headers, great direction, no problems at all with none of that stuff. And obviously his ball striking is fantastic as well.
Yeah.
He was an absolute nightmare to play against, and to see play against your team when it comes to a presence within the box and being a fox in the box and poaching goals and finding the right moments at the right time, man. When it came to all round in the box attacking, probably one of the best players, you know what I'm saying, that we've seen over the past couple of seasons when it came to those aspects. So, we lost a huge talent in that respect.
No, bro. He is gonna be severely missed at Liverpool. I'm glad that they have decided to. I don't know if it's retire. I think they have retired the shirt. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But I saw on X not long ago that they have like decided to do like something with that shirt number. I think they've retired it, but I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
But one last question though. When was like the first time you came across Diogo Jota? Like, was it in a game or was it in like the first time his name appeared and the first time you actually like really came across him? Like, oh, this guy could be, you know what I mean?
Yeah, first time. I feel like it was because of fantasy. It was because of FPL. So I was like looking through different options and stuff like that. And I'm like, damn, I gotta figure some budget options, man. I gotta figure out what's going on. And then that was around the time where like Jota and like other folks in that Wolves team started popping off. And I'm like, wait, okay, let me see what's happening over there. Start to pay a little bit more attention. I'm like, and me and then my friend, what's it called? Shanko. Shout out Shanko. He's a huge Liverpool fan as well. So like he was like from when dude was at Wolves, he was like, yo, I would love this guy at Liverpool. I would love this. Like this guy's just like again, clinical, does what he needs to do. Like that's a player that I would love to see. And I'm like, bro, I would love him here. Like that's just somebody that is just an all-round good player. Like him. Again, like just the Portuguese core type of stuff. So him, Ruben Neves when he was there, like people were kind of looking around at those folks. So I think that's around like maybe like 2020. Maybe say like 2020,
Or like
2019.
the lockdown season.
I think it might have been around lockdown season, honestly, because either then I feel like I didn't see that. When was that FA Cup game? Because I feel what was the FA Cup game against United? I can't remember if it was afterwards or what's it called? I don't know what part of 2019 it was. Maybe I can't remember off the top of my head. But
he joined Liverpool in
2020, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So I can't remember when exactly that FA Cup game was.
Yeah.
So maybe 2018, 2019. Like I kind of knew of him a little bit from there, like that little stretch of like, damn, okay, they kind of like they're cooking, they doing their thing. And then what's it called? Oh my gosh, what goal was it that he scored for Wolves against us? That like he like went right under the keeper. I can't remember who was our keeper. I don't know if it was Leonard Ramsdale, but they fumbled it.
He's
massively.
terrorized you lot, innit? Like you lot are just
he's abused us. He's abused us across clubs. It is not a joke. It is not a joke. He's given us problems.
I know he had an Arsenal poster in his room and just said every single time it's outside.
4 facts. I don't know what we did. I don't know what happened. But you know what I'm saying? Listen, whenever we came up, I was like, listen, whatever we did in the past, I apologize for us. Can you take it easy? Like you just chill, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, help me.
Help us.
I'm just trying to win the league. No, for real, son. But yeah, so just before his move to Liverpool, probably like a season or two before, I would say like the rough time. I can't give any like exact estimate right now, to be real. But definitely when he was heating up with just that other core of folks and Raul Jimenez, I forgot he was in that core as well, just like people was balling up at Wolves. But yeah, somewhere around there because of FPL, I was like, oh, let's tap into him, let's see what's going on. I don't even think I got him in FPL. I think I had to settle for like Joni or something like that. I don't know if you remember Joni. I don't know if you remember. He's the other Portuguese winger. He's the other Portuguese dude. Oh my gosh, I can't remember his last name, but I swear it was Joni. It was Joni something.
Did he play for Atletico?
He might have. Oh my gosh. Now I gotta look it up. Hold on.
Now we're doing name searches. Yeah, I feel like I recognize a name that used to play for Atletico, but I could be bugging. That might have just been a career mode transfer.
Damn, Joni Otto. Oh my gosh, that is an absolute blast from the past. That is insane. Where's he playing now? He plays for Alaves. Oh, okay. Yeah, he plays for Alaves, and he did play for Atletico. He was there for a year, but didn't play any games. That's crazy. He was there for a season.
Dog.
Yeah, he did move to Wolves in 2019 though. Yeah. That's tough. That's tough. I think I had to settle for him. He was getting no points, and I transferred him out like the next week after. I can't remember who stole him off me. Who stole Jota off me in
It's
that
sort of
FPL
like
season? But
that's sort of like Jota though, because he didn't actually play for. I could be wrong, but I don't think he actually played for Atleti.
I don't. Yeah, I can't
I
remember
think
if
he
he
was
did.
just
Like,
there.
yeah. I think he got signed for like a season or whatever. But then, like, I think he might have went on loan to Wolves for the first time.
Yeah, yeah,
If memory serves me correct.
yeah, he did. But that's
Mhm.
around the time when I discovered him because he was a bit of a wonder kid.
Mhm.
And I was playing a lot of FM at the time, and then his name used to keep popping up when he was at Atletico Madrid.
Mm.
So then that's how I knew about him, but I didn't know how good he was gonna be. Not
Yeah.
because I didn't like have faith in him as a player. I didn't know him as a player. I had never watched him, but it was more so like I don't know. Youngsters breaking into the Atletico Madrid team nowadays, anyway, is very, 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 very rare.
Rare. Facts.
So where he was based on the circumstances of the team, I said I don't know here if he's gonna break through. Then when he went to Wolves and they had the Portuguese FC team that they were building, which was great by the way. That was a great time. I had a great time watching that team getting built. I'm not gonna
Fun
lie
side.
to you. Yeah.
Like low key a fun side. Low key a fun side. They
Low
gave
key.
people some problems. They gave people problems. I mean, they shot up straight from the championship to the league when he came in, right?
Yeah.
I'm about to
And
say he had
they
like one
signed
season in championship
and they
and he went
signed
straight up,
Nevers in the
straight up.
championship. What?
Yeah.
That was
That's good
like one of them
business. That's good
transfers. Like,
business.
bro, it was one of them transfers
That's
where it was
good
like,
business.
how'd you pull that one off? Like,
Nah,
what did you do to
Sup-
what
Supreme scouting,
secrets?
and it's potentially some voodoo that's involved in that, but like 90% Supreme scouting. The voodoo might be like 10%, but still, it might have been involved.
It might have been
been
involved.
there.
And then like Nevers was like the launch pad, and then they all started joining, and it was a nice little side. But that's when he moved to Wolves, I was like, oh, okay, like this makes sense, you know. When you see like FM Wonder Kids or FIFA Wonder Kids move teams, like for example, we've got Rooney Bargi who's now gone to Barcelona. You're just like,
Oh yeah.
You're kind of like, because you know it's like the chances of you making it are very slim. Like you're not starting over Rafinha, you're not gonna start over Yamal. No way are you starting over. So it's like I know Barcelona. You grew up watching them. I hear it, but then when you see a wonder kid going to like a mid-table team as like that next step to then make it to a bigger team, which Jota did, it just all makes sense. And yeah, he did very well at Wolves, and then went on to Liverpool. And I remember at the time there were a few question marks, like, oh, like not in a bad way, but it's more like, oh, this is unexpected from Liverpool. Like,
It was mad surprising.
It was
I ain't
so
gonna
quick.
lie. I feel like nobody. Yeah, it was done in like 4 days. I promise you. I seen link day announcement. I was like, all right. Oh well, damn! Like I know it's a good signing because I mean, I talked about it before with my friends and stuff. I'm like, damn! I know y'all wrapped that up this quickly. I know y'all was even talking to him like that. Just going
quick, and then the rest was history.
Yeah,
And we saw an amazing player for Liverpool. Had his time where he was starting, had his time when he came on. But one thing about him is he's just professional. He just did his job. And the thing is, it's like when you're that good and you're a player like Jota, you know whether you're starting or whether you're coming on from the bench, you're gonna do a madness. Like you're gonna, or at least attempt to do a madness. Like you're gonna give everything. And yeah, he will 100% be missed, man. Like it really did.
Facts, man.
It shook my system today, man.
Dog, I couldn't really do much of anything. I'm like, thank goodness, working all this other stuff on the outside and everything of that. It was like a half day, so I didn't really have much to like get through. Just a couple things to tidy up, and I was like, I did that quickly in the morning. I couldn't really I couldn't manage much else. I was just like, I'm just gonna try and not do much because I don't think I had the capacity to really like do much. Look at other like again like you said, the transfer news and stuff. I saw some other things pop in, but I could not muster the strength to even tweet anything else outside of the stuff that was happening today. That was the most important.
You just didn't have it in you. Like today just wasn't the day.
Nah.
Like I was even thinking like, oh, like all of these men should just take a day off of transfers, man. Like let's just all give our energy to Jota, his family, and just reminisce, and not even reminisce in a bad way, because like this episode, as you can see, it's been more of a celebration rather than us like
Facts.
talking about the negatives. Like we're celebrating him as a player, we're celebrating the good that he done. We don't know him personally, but you know, I'm sure he's had amazing friends and amazing life. But yeah, man, I didn't really want to see all the transfers today. I didn't want to see breaking, here we go, official. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't, bro. Neymar could go to Barcelona again right now. I wouldn't care. Like
Mm-hmm. Me,
I've
me
watched
neither.
I've
And
watched highlights today of Jota. Like that's all I've done. Like it's just been my
mm,
focus has just been on Jota today.
yeah. And I feel like that is something that uh I think it's overlooked today. Just a human response of like slowing down and taking yourself away from, again, the ebbs and flows of whatever moves fast and whatever might garner the most attention in, in an hour, 2 hours or whatever. Like I feel like, again, this is just like a broader thing sometimes. It's like as big as football, where like, we might not treat things as humanely as we can. We just want to move on to the next thing, move on to the next thing. And where, that I don't think humans are wired to do that at all. I think we are wired to experience things and embrace those moments and be there in the moment for things. And
Facts.
especially for things that deserve it and demand it, in my opinion, we need to kind of hold still. We kind of need to make sure the world stops for a second so we can pay proper respect, show love, and just take that moment to, again, be human.
For
Like
real.
the game is the game. I love the game. Football is such a beautiful thing that has given me so much entertainment, love, attention. Things that I don't even imagine I could be in the same place without. But the people that fill football, the people that make up the culture, the people that contribute all around the world, off the pitch and especially on the pitch. That's what makes football football. And when we lose somebody from that community, we gotta take a moment to, stop and take stock of everything and come together as a community and, show love in that moment. Show love for that. No matter what side you on. Again, I sat here and talked for 5-10 minutes about he was whooping our ass nonstop up and down all the country of England and stuff like that, from N5 all the way up to Liverpool. But still, as a football fan, seeing a guy that was that talented display his talent, somebody who busted his ass and worked so hard to make sure that he got the opportunities that he could and leveled up and did what he had to do, and again contributed to the beautiful game. He put his 2 cents in. He made an impact. He did what he did, and things that we may not even see beyond the pitch. Again, him as a person. Again, those little inklings of things that we see and we understand from secondhand accounts and the video stuff that the clubs have provided over his time that he's participated in and been a part of. Uh, but yeah, we're able to kind of see the imprints that he's had on people, the impressions that he's made, and I'm just I don't know, I'm just super focused on like, hey, let's try and be more human.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's all the time for the banter, all the BS, and all that other stuff that people want to like chase a click and chase this other stuff. Like, bro, there's plenty of time for that a different day. But I feel like the more human that we all are, and just slow down and take stock of everything. It When these things unfortunately happen, and outside of when these things happen, there's going to be a lot more appreciation for each other and for the sport at large, and just for the culture that football is. You know,
Facts. Couldn't have said it better. Um, yeah, thoughts and prayers go out to Jota's family again. May he rest in everlasting peace. He also lost his brother.
hmm
Again, I didn't know he had a little brother until today.
yeah,
But yeah, his little brother did like have um he had his ups and downs, you know what I mean, like trying to find a home, it was in Porto's academy, I believe, under 17s, and then I think they were in Porto at the same time.
yeah,
I'm not too sure. Trying to look it up here, but yeah, kind of found himself this season. And then we've been hit with this, you know what I mean? But yeah, he's Tony. I think his brother's 25. The brother is
Yeah,
still
25.
like mid-20s, still relatively young. And it's just sad because you never know what could have been ahead for him. Another move that could have put him in, this big stage and in Champions League and things of that nature which would have been great. And I'm sure both of them would have enjoyed playing against each other. I'd love to play against my brother. I don't have a brother, but if I had a brother, that would be like a dreamy. I know in the Club World Cup right now, everyone wanted to see Jude and Job face each other. But Job went and got 2 yellow cards, so he can't play. But man, I'm sure they always spoke about like maybe one day playing against each other, like in a Champions League final or something, or Europa League final, or some big stage, and we'll now never know, which is sad. But yeah, I just want to send love to his family as well. Like if he's married or got a partner or whatever, like just love and blessings to just the family in general, the mom, the aunties, everybody involved. Like just take your time with this one because it's a big loss for the family, and I just really hope God finds and just gives them peace. You know what I mean? Like I really hope that within time they can just be peaceful and know that they are resting well, and they've got 2 children now who can kind of like take on the legacy of the Jotas, and hopefully Liverpool do something with the contract as well. People are saying,
and that's one thing I don't have a doubt about in terms of them. Again, everybody has their all little banters, this, that, and the side, but Liverpool's a class club. Liverpool is a class club, and I they take care of their own like nobody's business. So I have no doubt that they're gonna make sure that the Jota family are well taken care of, for one, and that he and his brother and the family are celebrated and honored in the right way. I have no doubts about that. Liverpool have always been, in my opinion, a club of like real high class and honor when it comes to anything of this
always,
nature.
yeah,
So
they
I
handle
got
it
no
with
doubt.
like full. They act quick. They don't take long to do things. Like
Very.
they know what they want to do and how they want to do it, and they just do it. They look into the media. They don't look to the fans. They just do what they want to do because what they want to do is always done with love. When they say you'll never walk alone, it's a real meaning. Like they're not just singing that song. It's not just a part of the club just for the sake of it. They really mean that. Like you will never walk alone.
100
And I just have the utmost respect for Liverpool. I've never really
facts.
had a bad word to say about Liverpool. Like I just think they're a well-run club personally.
Yeah.
So they will do the right thing, and we will get to live through the legacy of Jota for many more years. Whether that's through, I don't know, like just a documentary, or I'd love a documentary if they could. I'd love a documentary if they could.
That'd be dope.
That'd be dope, man. Like just putting a documentary out of like Jota behind the scenes as a player. Like even whether it's building up to like the Nations League win or like the Premier League win or something, like that would be great. Getting Klopp in to talk about him.
Yeah. EA, FCA, Sports FC, FIFA, what do they call themselves now? They need to make sure that boy is immortalized in some way, shape, or form, because he was sitting there putting in work 1 a.m. before he had to play Southampton at 3 the next day. So y'all need to make sure you give him the honors. You give him the honors of immortalizing him in that game forevermore in some way.
Let me tell you something.
That needs to get done as well.
Let me tell you something about Mr. Jota that you lot may not know about. This man has an esports team.
Bro, like...
he has an esports team. He was locked in with the game, and it wasn't a joke.
He was locked.
He was locked in. He was not playing games. Like, when this man was really on the Ultimate Team, he was really there.
He was putting belt to ass.
Bro,
he was really putting belt to ass, though. Like,
it's not a joke for him.
I feel like some people be like, oh, yeah, celebrities, they might not have time on a game too much and da-da-da-da-da. He was not one of those people. He was not. If you saw, oh snap, it's Diogo Jota, let's play against it. He gon' put you in a package power driver, gang. Like 9 times out of 10. Like I seen it. People had the screenshots with him. The screenshots. Oh, I play with Diogo Jota. It was like 8-1, 8-2, 7-3. I'm like, damn. I didn't know he was doing y'all like that.
He was not. Listen, the tech that he puts on the field, he had on the controller as well. Like it was just a match made in
crazy.
Heaven. Crazy. But yeah, my boy had a little esports team, man. Shout out to him. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, it was just a great guy, man. He's just a great guy. It's so sad.
He seemed like a dope person to be around, man. Again, from all the secondhand accounts and just from what everybody says, I feel like you could feel it. It was palpable how like how like good-hearted he was and how that like spread throughout people, you know?
Right here. The way people speak about this guy, you could tell, like you said, like behind the scenes, he was just that guy in the locker room that you wanted to talk to, or you could confide in, or ask for advice, or have banter with. Like, I could just imagine Jota just being a real, like, stand-up guy, like always being there for his teammates, always making sure people are good, helping people if they need help. Klopp even said in his message, you know, like he was a great friend, you know, like you don't really see a lot of managers call players friends. Like it's very rare. Like, so this shows the characters that Jota had. So yeah, again, man, rest in peace, rest easy, King.
Facts.
But yeah, in the comments, please let us know what your favorite Jota goal is, or moment is, or memory that you have of Jota, whether you've seen him in person, whether you met him in person, whether you've been to Anfield and watched him, or whether you've been to Wolves and watched him, or wherever you may have seen him. Let us know. We'd love to read the stories. And yeah, just guys, just remember to just always spread love, man. Always spread love, spread positivity. Just be a good human being. And listen, when we say be a good human being, everybody can make mistakes. We're not perfect. We're not built to be perfect. We were not created to be perfect. We were created to make mistakes so we can learn from them. But the most important thing is that you do learn from them to become a better human being, which then essentially means you are being a human being. So yeah, just please, just be a good human being. Treat each other with respect. And make sure you tell people often, as much as you can, like how much you love and appreciate them, because it's easy to go about our days on a day-to-day basis, you know, because using you as an example, but just because Tripp is okay and he's doing well and he's having a great day doesn't mean that I should just be like, okay, cool, like I don't need to say anything. If he crosses my mind, everybody should reach out to that person and be like, yo, bro, like you crossed my mind, man. I hope you're good, man. Just want to say, like, really appreciate you, because you never know. Unfortunately, it's a sad part of life. You just never know.
Don't leave nothing unsaid. Don't leave anything undone. You know, human life, this thing is beautiful. It's fragile. It is flimsy. It is insane, upside down, all the time, everywhere. It is a bundle of extraness. But with the time that we all got, you know, we ought to make sure we spread love, positivity, and just, you know, do good while we here.
Facts.
Do something good for somebody, even if it's something small, even if it's just saying a hello, or I miss you, or I love you, or whatever. People, y'all don't understand how long of a way that goes, and we don't know how long we got.
Facts.
So with that being said, use the time you have to spread love, man.
Facts. Love you, my boy. It's always
love you too, gang.
It's always nice chatting to you, and it's always good being on the journey with people that you love. You know, that's the most important thing. Like, I'm having a great time doing this with Tripp, and yeah, shout out to F&G as well. Love him down. That's my dog. It's my day one. But he couldn't be here today because he is with McLaren doing some stuff. So I don't know if I should have said that, but actually, it was on his story. I can say it. It was on his story. I can say it.
He leaked it himself.
He leaked it himself. I'm fine. He can say it. I can say it. I thought for a moment, I was like, I shouldn't have said that. Actually, no, it was on his story.
They had the VAR check. He's like, nah, we good? No, he did? Yeah, we're good.
My memory had to kick in for a second. It was like, no, you good, bro. You good. Yeah, so shout out to him. Yeah. Next week, we will be back to like regularity, like just talking the nonsense and waffling about the transfers Arsenal are doing well making. Actually, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I can't even hate.
Yes.
And talking about just a bunch of other stuff. We got stuff lined up. I've got topics lined up. I've got stuff lined up. And if there's anything that you guys want us to do or see in the episodes, please let us know as well. Rematch video coming soon. Gonna look into that soon. Finna look into that soon, man. That's gonna be real interesting. That might actually be one of the funniest videos on this channel. I'm putting that out there.
Ain't nothing to it but to do it, man. That's all I'm saying. Gotta get into it.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, shout out to Tripp. Any last words before we sign out, my boy?
Yeah, not too much outside of, again, drink your water and tell the folks around you that you love them.
Facts.
That's really that.
Facts.
All this stuff, love. Just love people, man.
Facts.
Just love.
Facts, man. All of Tripp's social media stuff will be in the description as well, so please go and follow my boy. He's really doing well now, man. Like, it's really been nice for me to see as like his brother.
Appreciate
like
you, gang.
just starting to actually like really surface around the Arsenal fan base and really making a name for himself. Like, I'm seeing every single tweet he does, it pops off. You know, you got other people posting his videos without crediting him, but other people posting his videos, which is great because it's just more awareness for him and his brand. And yeah, I really feel like this season's gonna be super, super dope for you, my boy. So yeah, match reviews, match previews, breakdowns, player breakdowns. You're gonna get it all on FullTimeTripp. So make sure you go ahead and subscribe, especially if you're an Arsenal fan. Go and subscribe to Tripp, please. I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed. But I'm just super, 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 super happy to see your success because I know how much like you really enjoy doing the football content as well.
Like, seriously, man. I do, and I love you, bro. Thank you. Seriously, man. Man, I love the game. So, you know, that's why it ain't nothing just getting into it, just trying to put my all into it and everything. But at the core of this stuff, right next to all the stuff that I do on the Arsenal side, I ain't moving. I ain't leaving. I'm waffling to the day I die. We in this. We in here. I'll let you know that right now. Lockstep. What y'all talking about, man? Wafflenomics to the death, baby.
Wafflenomics to the death, man. Like this is it, man. And yeah, all your lot support has been tremendous over the last like 2 weeks. Like, we've seen so many heartwarming comments, so many funny comments, and people asking. The audio is happening. The audio is happening. Just let me breathe. The audio is happening. I promise you, it's happening. Just let me breathe, please. I'm gonna get. Yeah, I'm gonna get that. But yeah, now shout out to you guys. You guys keep this going. You guys keep us
for facts
coming back and waffling and talking nonsense. And even then, like, we still be out here just talking waffle and nonsense because that's just what we do. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, again, Tripp, all of his links in the description. F&G, all the links in the description. We out. And again, before we go, we just want to say rest in peace to Jota and Andre Silva, and send our wishes and our love to all of the family. And I hope that God really does provide you guys with peace. We out.